Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I am going to show you how to properly remove or replace the front shock absorbers from any Mercedes-Benz A-Class W212 out there. So today I am working on this vehicle, and the main reason why I'm removing the front shock absorbers is because I have to replace the top flanges from the shock absorbers because they are very worn out and they are making very weird sound when you're turning the wheel left and right. Besides that, I'm also going to replace two lower control arms on this kind of vehicle right here on the right side in the front, but I'm not going to show you all how to remove the control arms. I'm only going to show you all how to remove the front shock absorbers from this kind of vehicle. So the first thing which you have to do to remove and replace the front shock absorbers is to lift the vehicle up and place it on a jack stand, and you have to remove the front wheels. After that, the shock absorber is secured with 3 bolts at the bottom and also 3 bolts at the top. So right here, if I go underneath the vehicle, the first 2 bolts which you have to disconnect and remove are this one. Right here in the left, it will be the first one. So right here above my finger, it will be the first bolt which you have to remove and get out from the vehicle. Then the second one, it will be right here into the exact same location, but on the opposite side. This one from right here. And then the third bolt, which is securing the shock absorber attached to the wheel hub right here at the bottom, it will be in the middle of the shock absorber, right above the brake disc. After you completely remove the 3 bolts from the bottom, which are securing the front shock absorber attached to the front wheel hub area, you have to remove the mounting bracket for the cables. This mounting bracket is mounted over the shock absorber, usually with a zip tie. You'll have to cut the zip tie and remove it from the shock absorber. And then right here at the top, in the last part, you'll have to remove those 3 bolts, which are securing the front shock absorber attached to the vehicle at the top part. Normally, on this kind of vehicle, it's a very easy process. There is no really too much parts to remove to reach it. If you remove the 3 bolts from the bottom and the 3 ones from the top, the shock absorber can be just pulled out from the vehicle very easy. Just make sure to not bend the fenders or something like that. Also, you'll have to be very carefully to not break the brake lines or the ABS line, or in the worst scenario, the brake pad wear sensor line. So to begin, I'm going to try to remove the middle bolt from the lower area of the shock absorber. In my case, it's a little bit difficult to do it with only one hand. I'm going to try one more time to do it with one hand, but if I'm not able to, I'm going to pause my camera right here and I'm going to remove it with the camera turned off. So as you can see, the bolt is spinning with the nut, so I'll have to use both of my hands to remove it and to hold it from not spinning. Okay everybody, so right here, as you can see, the front shock absorber is completely disconnected from the hub area into the lowest part of it. And in my case, I only managed to do it like this because I had to remove also 2 lower control arms. And in this way, for me, it was easier to remove them and replace it right away. Most likely, in your case, you'll not have to remove or touch any of the lower control arms from the vehicle. Normally, in my case, I only remove them because I have to replace them. But in your case, if you have to remove or replace only the front shock absorbers, you'll have to remove the 3 bolts, which is securing the front shock absorber attached to the hub area at the lowest part. And then from the top part, you'll have to remove the 3 bolts, which is securing it attached to the vehicle, and then you can just pull it out from the vehicle by pulling it to the side and down. Alright everybody, so as you can see, the front shock absorber is completely removed and pulled out from the vehicle. I had to remove the 3 bolts from the top, I had to disconnect the sway bar link and also the 3 bolts from the bottom, and the shock absorber came out very easy in my case. So right here in my hand, I have the front shock absorber, which is mounted on this kind of Mercedes Benz A-Class W212. And on your case, if I'm working also on a Mercedes Benz like this one, this is also how the shock absorber will be looking. From here, the next thing which I'm going to do is to use a special press, which will help me to compress the front springs from the shock absorber, and it will allow me to remove the front shock absorber from the springs and replace the parts which I have to replace from these kind of shock absorbers. Okay everybody, so right here on the ground, I have all the parts which I just removed and dismantled from the shock absorber from this vehicle. This is the front shock absorber in my hand. Right here I have the spring from the shock absorber, which I just compressed with this tool. After that, right here in my hand, I have this plastic tool, which is covering the piston from the shock absorber from the dust. Also, after that, we have to put this cover over it. Right here, this is the bearing from the top flanges, which I'm going to replace right now. This one is making a very weird noise when you're turning the steering wheel left and right, if it's very worn out. Then this is the rubber cap, which will go right here inside it. After that, this is the mounting bracket for the shock absorber, and also the plastics which will go over it, and after that over the car. In my case, and also in your case, if you are working on this kind of vehicle, this is the exact order for the parts. You have to install them in this way. Just make sure to install them correctly and do not forget anything after that. Right now, in my case, I'm going to replace all of them. I'm going to install brand new parts. I'm going to wash the shock absorber. I'm going to clean and wash all the parts, and then I'm going to install them back over the vehicle in the best way possible. Alright everybody, so right here on the ground, I have all the brand new parts prepared to be installed back over the shock absorber. The shock absorber is cleaned, is looking the best. Also the spring from the shock absorber is also cleaned and looking very good. And right here in my case, I'm not going to replace the springs or the front shock absorbers because there is no need to. They are looking very good, they are working very good, they are not leaking or something like that. I am only going to replace the dust protection kit and the top flanges from the shock absorber, and that's it. And from here, just install all the parts back over the shock absorber, but in reverse. Make sure to tighten everything very good, and then you can go ahead and install them back over the vehicle. This is the brand new bearing which I'm going to install over the shock absorbers. In my case, I always like to put a little bit more grease over the bearings just to make sure that they will last a little bit longer than usual. You'll have to remove the top cover from the bearings, you'll have to put a little bit of grease inside it, and then you'll have to put the cover back and install them back over the shock absorber. Alright everybody, so right here, the front shock absorber is completely installed, everything is installed and ready to go back over the vehicle. It's looking very good, it's cleaned and it's behaving and working the best. Make sure to make it very good right here in this area. Make sure that the spring is seated correctly over the shock absorber at the lowest point and also at the highest point. And if everything is good, you can go ahead and install it back over the vehicle. Alright everybody, so as you can see, the job is done. In my case, everything is installed back over the vehicle and tightened to spec. All the parts, all the components, all the nuts, all the screws are installed like it was installed from the factory. This is how everything is looking from underneath the vehicle. I also replaced the lowest control arms from this kind of vehicle on the right side, so in my case the job is done. With all of this things being said, those are all the things and all the steps which you have to do and follow to replace or to remove the front shock absorbers from any Mercedes-Benz A-Class W212 out there. Thank you all for watching. If you like the video and found it informative, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a comment and a like down below. See you next time.